Two of my very favorite consulting experiences of all time took place in Wisconsin and Idaho. The first experience happened in Wisconsin. I had presented a day-long seminar on all hygiene services, and then the following day stayed and helped with implementation. We had run a report and found out that this office was not offering sealants. I had discussed the benefits of sealants with the doctor and the team, and they had decided they needed to make a change and start offering them to their patients. We had a huddle meeting at the beginning of the next day, and we found out that 4 of 8 hygiene patients had canceled. We will discuss cancellations and no-show in another class. So the first patient of this day, with just 4 people, was an 11-year-old boy who had all of his permanent teeth and no sealants. We called the mom, got treatment approval for all molars and premolars, and did financial arrangements over the phone. Because of their training of offering sealants to the patient and his mom, we had a $2,300 production day with only 4 patients. The other story in Idaho was with an adult patient, also the day following my seminar. The patient had only 1 virgin tooth left, number 28. She had an extremely high decay rate. The hygienist, because I was standing there, proposed the opportunity to seal that permanent tooth on an adult female, thinking because it wasn't covered by insurance, she would say no. But to the hygienist's surprise, the patient said, yes, I absolutely want that. Give me anything and everything to help me from getting another cavity. Both hygienists admitted that previously they would not have presented those sealants, but now that they were reminded of the benefits and that it was okay if the patient said no, they were more willing to have the conversation. So again, always present services and procedures that will benefit the patient, and they can always say no thank you, and then document the conversation and rest assured you did your part. There are 5 steps to increase your case acceptance with sealants. Step 1, use a cavity detecting laser to determine the opportunities for sealants. Take your subjective opinion out of the situation and use a Diagnodent or SoPro Life, and have a big monitor to show the teeth that are candidates for the patient to see. Gordon Christensen has said that any Diagnodent number under 8 is okay to seal. So if your doctor agrees with that, you won't need to wait for his approval and hopefully have the time to do the sealant the same day as the cleaning. And we will talk about that in step 4. Step 2, recommend sealants on all posterior teeth, not just teeth insurance will pay for. Any tooth that is a good candidate for sealants, recommend a sealant on all posterior teeth, not just teeth insurance will pay for the very reason in my 2 stories from Wisconsin and Idaho. The first story was that of an 11-year-old boy that had all molars and premolars that were good candidates for sealants. The mom wanted all the teeth sealed, not just the molars. The woman in Idaho wasn't a child or adolescent, but wanted this procedure anyway and paid out of pocket for it. Both of these opportunities could easily have been missed if not presented as an option to the patient. Step 3, discuss the benefits of sealants. In a Simonson 15-year study, a conclusion was that a one-time application of a sealant reduces caries by 52% during a 15-year period. The same study found that 74% of permanent teeth that had sealants remain cavity-free. The Surgeon General also reports that sealants reduce decay by 74%. Remember, the cost of a sealant is often less than a copay for a filling, and there's no cutting into the tooth and the enamel. Dental decay is the most common childhood disease, 5 times more common than asthma, 4 times more common than childhood obesity, and the ADA states that everyone has a 95% chance of caries in grooves if sealants are not done. So present sealants on everyone with virgin occlusals with deep pits and fissures, and scores less than 8 on the Diagnodent. Call Cavo or SoPro Life for a lunch and learn to present false positives. Get trained on how to do this. Also present sealants on those 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds whose sealants have worn out. Explain the benefits and they will find a way to pay for them if they want them. Step 4, present fees as a preventative service. If premolars are a good candidate for a sealant, present the total fee for all the teeth and then present an estimate of what the insurance will cover on all the teeth. In my Wisconsin example, our patient had 8 molars and 8 premolars, and they could all benefit from sealants. But insurance would only cover molars at 100%. We presented the fee as $40 per tooth times 16 teeth. Came out to be a total of $640 for all those teeth to be sealed. 50% of the teeth were covered, so the patient portion was 50%, which equaled $320, which the mom was totally willing to pay. I also do suggest offering sealants for 90 days, same as cash. It makes it easy for parents to get their child what they need in one appointment, which brings me to step 5. Set a goal to do sealants the same day if possible. A verbal skill to use would be, quote, if we could save you a trip back, would you like us to get these done today, unquote. Another tip to accomplish the same day is the need for teamwork. Having someone to help suction for team members increases speed of procedure by 10 times. If that isn't possible, invest in a dry shield or isolite if you haven't already. Another time-saving tip is to have sealant setups, including needed curing lights in the hygiene operatory for easy access. Otherwise, it won't be possible to get it done at the same time as the cleaning appointment. Now, let's do the math. This proves not only to be a good thing for the patient, but also the practice. Let's say you do only 4 sealants each day at $40 a piece. That would be an additional $160 per day, depending on how many children and adolescents you have in your practice. Don't forget those 20 and 30-year-olds that might need their teeth resealed. Multiply that by 16 working days per month, and that equals $2,560 additional production dollars per month. Times that by 12 months, and you get an additional $30,000 per year. Are you starting to see how we're going to get to that $200,000 mark in just the hygiene department? The key is looking for opportunities, presenting an objective visual opportunity for the patient, and getting it done the same day. The #1 canceled appointment in dentistry is a sealant appointment. So seize that day, get what you need to do, get what you need in your operatory to get it done quickly, and team, help them out. That's it, guys. If you have any questions, shoot me an email.